What should you be doing in these uncertain times with not only your business, but your life? I'm here to bring you some applicable things that I think will help you to have a better perspective on where you're at and how to move forward with everything that's going on with this whole coronavirus stuff. If you want financial freedom, time freedom, and want to leave a legacy for generations to come, you probably have heard real estate investing is the place to do that. How do you get started? What do you have to do? When's the right time? If you are looking for those answers, you've come to the right place. My name's Kyle Stanley, and this is Fearless Flipping. My mission is to help you learn this business and conquer real estate investing. Hey guys, welcome into the Fearless Flipping podcast. I'm Kyle Stanley, and I was kind of thinking about what I want to talk about today, and I really wrote down some things on March 13th. Today, as I'm recording, it is March 16th. When this is airing, it's March 17th. I'm just going to kind of, with just a few notes here, get really real and hopefully bring some hope to what you guys are dealing with out there. I really still just believe there's a lot of hyping these things up. And, I've been talking to a lot of friends about this. This is the first time we've really had a pandemic, an epidemic of any sort of health scare with social media being where it's at today. I look back to 2009. I think it was 2009 when all that swine flu stuff was going on. And, I was in college at the time, and it just didn't feel like it was that big of a deal, even though I still think numbers are showing that was bigger than what the coronavirus is. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that's what I've been hearing though. But we didn't have social media at its height. And so if there's anything we've discovered about social media, even though it brings an amazing message to the masses, or at least again, it has the potential to bring an amazing message to the masses, education, any sort of connecting with friends, reconnecting with friends, all those sorts of things that it was intended for. It also has a very negative effect, which is to take something small and turn it into something big, right? And so I think we're seeing this big time here with the coronavirus is that, one person freaks out and thinks, I got to go buy all this toilet paper. And then just like the virus is spreading, this idea of I got to go buy toilet paper is spreading like crazy. And it's easy for us to get in this mode of like, man, life is tough. And I don't know. So March 12th happened. I don't know if you guys felt it, but that day just felt like a really impactful day for me in real estate and in Airbnb. Tons of cancellations that day. Just to give you some numbers, we had 11 cancellations. Luckily, we had 11 rebookings or new bookings that day. So what we've seen so far in the Airbnb business, it's been very balanced. Now, again, I'm recording this on Monday. Tomorrow, when you're listening to this, something could have changed. I keep hearing rumors about a national shutdown, whether that is true or not. If that happens, then God forbid, if that is the best way to go, that's the best way to go. But all these bookings get shut down and now I've got to incur all the costs, which is like, it's scary, right? So there's a lot of things that we can just get really scared of right now. But then after this stressful day on March 12th of seeing this roller coaster ride of cancellations, of escrows that may be falling through now, it got me to the point of like, you know what? Like, this is what I've been preparing for though. And not a virus per se. I haven't been preparing for a zombie apocalypse, but I have been preparing for the worst. And that's what I do in everything I do. I'm always preparing for the worst. And so I just started to really count my blessings. And so I want to just encourage you guys here. And this is the message I bring today is, what is it right now that you have that you've taken for granted since all this coronavirus stuff has happened, that you just need to sit back and say, wow, thank God I have this. And so I have something I'd like to encourage you all to do. Write down and speak out loud the 5 things that currently you are appreciative for. And then write down and speak out loud the 5 things that you're going to do in the next month. Whether coronavirus is around or not, that has nothing to do with it. But these are the things that I have decided that I'm appreciative for, and the things that I'm going to be doing to keep myself progressing and moving forward. There's 2 things that motivate people more than anything. It's progress and it's helping others. And that's the message that I want to bring today, is that everything about what I want to focus on moving forward is about helping others and also about progress. And so Anyway, without further ado, I just want to share those with me, with you guys. And then I want to encourage you to do the same, write it down, and don't share it. I'm not just sharing this on a social media platform. Um, I'm sharing this with individuals as well. And the reason I want to is that when you share on social media, I'm a big believer that you share your goals, you have more likely a way of reaching those goals. However, when you share to the masses without any accountability, it actually can hurt. So don't go out there and post on Facebook like, oh yeah, in the next 30 days, I'm gonna feed, 10 homeless families. And what happens there is, you get a lot of likes, you get a lot of loves, you get a lot of thumbs up, comments. That's great for you. And this, dopamine shots keep like hitting you, and you're like, oh, this feels good, oh, this feels good, to the point where you don't even go do it because you already feel like you've accomplished something. Long story short, that's the way that I believe in regards to sharing your goals. You need to share with someone that is going to keep you accountable. So anyway, let's get into what I'm appreciative for. So I March 12th happened. End of the day, March 12th, I realized, you know what, I am really appreciative for what happened in the prior months. And what I mean by that is I had 4 months in a row that knocked out of the park any month in my entire life I had ever earned income as an adult in a career. Knocked it out of the park. Like 2x was the smallest that I had outdone any of the previous however many months of my working career in the previous 4 months. So I was so appreciative for that, and finding a niche that I could help people with in the masses, being Airbnb. Tons of people have been reaching out and asking for my help. And we actually just got our first student their first deal, which is really, really exciting. So this has been a time for me when I'm appreciating what's happened in the last few months. I'm also appreciating, because of those last few months, that I have cash reserves that will last me through just about any scarcity, any sort of downturn, any sort of longevity of whatever this coronavirus thing may happen. Um, if I was to rewind the clock about a year ago when this happened, I'd be in a much different position. So the reserves I'm very, very appreciative for. Moving into a new house where I have no money in a deal. I just moved into a brand new house this weekend. And it's awesome. I'm going to be posting about it and how we're house hacking in this place in order for me to be able to live for free. But being able to bring in a brand new house and not have to even put any money down, that was a very exciting thing for me. I have my health. Okay. That is extremely important right now in these times. And then number 5, I think I have opportunity. I think I have a number of opportunities. I have an opportunity to go get more Airbnb properties with landlords that are scared about either their current tenants not paying rent, or finding a tenant, the tenant that's going to pay rent. When people get into this scarcity mode, what do? They sit still and they don't do anything. So I think there's a lot of landlords right now that are probably going to need more help. And I think I can provide that help. I think there's gonna be a lot of people realizing, wow, this happened, this whole coronavirus thing happened. And either like I was at a job for a couple of weeks, or man, my business got hit really hard, or, these things start to creep up in your mind. You're like, man, I need another source of income. I think there's going to be a really great opportunity for me to help more people with this Airbnb thing. Cause I truly, truly, truly believe that in the next few weeks, we're going to be back to normal. We're going to be back to exactly where we were, and people are going to need to travel. Even right now, with this balance I'm seeing, I'm getting almost more new bookings right now than I am getting cancellations, which is really encouraging, right? So those are the things that I'm appreciative for. The things that I'm going to be working on. I want to add more properties, 5 more to be specific, in Airbnb. I want to learn how to get into subject to and creative financing in real estate. I want to take an hour per day for just me time, no phone, blocking out the outside world, and just, again, thinking about what I'm appreciative for. I need to start meal prepping. Even though I do have my health, I want to keep on focusing on my health. And lastly, I want to spend more time with friends and family. So I share all that to say, if you want to keep me accountable, I've got some friends around me that are keeping me accountable. But if you want to keep me accountable, DM me on Instagram, fearlessflipping316, and we can keep each other accountable. You share your goals right back with me. I would love to be able to help keep you accountable for that. But right now, guys, again, like when this airs, maybe there's already been an announcement of like a national shutdown. Maybe not. Maybe there has been, progressively worse news. Maybe because of social media, things just get escalated, or maybe the exact opposite. Maybe it gets better. Even in just 24 hours. I don't know about you, but it seems like every day is just a roller coaster. So it's more important than ever that you take some time to just sit down and appreciate the things that are going well in your life, that you haven't taken time to sit down and think about. And that would just be my encouragement. I don't want to spend much more time. I think you guys get the idea here. So anything that I can do, not even just Airbnb related, I want to make an open door policy. Anyone that wants to, again, share what they're appreciative for and share what they want to do in the next month or so, those 5 things, I would love to see what you want to accomplish. So just DM me on Instagram, Fearless Flipping 316, and I would love to hear those things. We'll stay accountable together. We'll get through this thing together. And as I've been saying a lot to people recently, we're not only going to survive, we're going to thrive. So survive and thrive, and let's go and keep on conquering real estate and Airbnb investing. See you next time.